Shalom. All praise and glory be unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Ruach Kodash, the abundance to the elder apostles of great millstone who rule well and who have taught us knowledge. Unjust salutations to you fellow laborers doing the work week in and week out. Shalom to you and shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. This is the article from the World Economic Forum.com, also known as WEF. And it says press conference, trade and investment. Speakers, Borje Brende, Unduk Jin, Michael Froman, Gozi Nkojo Iweala. Description: important achievements in the global trade and investment space are expected this Davos, concluding negotiations on the new World Trade Organization agreement on investment facilitation for development and launching a coalition of trade ministers for climate. This press conference will be a chance to share and discuss three major milestones. So, the World Economic Forum, all right, it's more than just trade and investment, all right. The World Economic Forum, all right, as you can see, I'm just scrolling down, seeing the images, right? It's more to thinking this is all about trade and investment. You have the new central banking digital currency, which is the major, and I would say the most major talking point or topic involved in the World Economic Forum, because the economy is based around financial means or financial system, period. All right, which is the money system. All right, so it says from blacklistednews.com, the elite's obsession with achieving total financial control, which that's what they want. All right, total control. All right, if you control the finances, you control everything. All right, who gives a shit? Who I forget who quoted it, right? But I'll just say this: who gives a shit about who's the king, who's the president? When you control the money, you control, its leaders. All right. And it was a famous quote, and I forget that quote, Shalakia. If you brothers know, you can put it in the comment section. But if you control the money, you control the leaders, the people. All right. It says source Clint Signer via Money Metals. Federal bureaucrats use proxies to stifle all kinds of activities they don't like. The Twitter files are revealing this tactic to a new wave of Americans, but it has been around a long time. The bureaucratic assault on the First Amendment is part of a larger movement to end personal liberty. The ultimate goal may be to assume financial control over the populace through implementation of a central bank digital currency, which is CBDC acronym, right? Which we know what the new digital currency is going to be. Okay, look no further than the electronic tag. Okay, which that's what they want to do, electronically tag you. All right, they're no longer putting in animals no more. All right, to track the animals, cattle, livestock, whatever you want to word it. You will become that livestock, that cattle, meaning the people. Okay, and that's the plan of the global elites. That's the number one thing about their NWO, their Novos Orders of Clerum, New Order of Ages or New World Order. The thing is, they want to have you electronically tagged with that M to the A to the R to the K, which is prophesied in the Bible. Okay, Revelation 13th chapter. I'm going to get that. All right. So it says, if officials can replace the existing currencies with digital programmable money, they will claim the power to dictate if, when, and where individuals can spend money, as well as what they can spend it on. See, not only control the money totally, but control your spending habits. Okay. I mean, Esau really thinks he's the Most High. All right, let me see. I believe this shit right here. Let me see. Wait a minute, 1 second. It's a precept. I believe it's Isaiah. And I know it's 2 Thessalonians. Let me see. Let me just go to it. Salakia. Let me go to it. I didn't write this down. Let's see. Yeah, okay, come. This is one of them. So this is Isaiah 14 and verse let's start at 13. It says, For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And this is Esau. This is his mindset. All right. That's who the prophet Isaiah is talking about. Because in this particular chapter, when you go up, it's speaking about the golden, matter of fact, real quick. Yeah, here we go. Isaiah 14:4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. That golden city is so-called America, okay, which is ran by who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, beginning with their elites, which are the central banking families, who's pushing this central banking digital currency, okay? So back on verse 14, it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, all right? And that's the mind of Esau, all right? Esau think he is the God, all right? He think he can overthrow the Most High and his son, all right? That's how much puffed up in pride this man is, okay? Because for you to want to know everything everyone on earth is doing, for you to try to control everyone on earth to allow them to live or don't live, all right, or control their minds on, not necessarily minds, but control what they buy, spend their money on, which they earn. I mean, who the hell you think you are, Esau? All right, that's not you. That's the Most High's doing. You would never be like the Most High. Okay, but you've been set up in power, and just like the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart, Esau's heart is hardened as well. All right, he think he's really a god. See, it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, and that's what Esau is aiming to be by trying to get total control of the people via the electronic tag. You know, which can delete you, man. You gotta remember, Esau is a devil, man. He's a straight up deceiver, man. All right, he'll delete you, man. He hates you, Israelites, man. Which are you so-called Negro, Latino, and Americans, especially, man. He hate us, man, with perpetual hatred, as the scripture has said. Okay. Let me continue on. It says, yeah, and you know who the main ones who want to be electronically tagged? Our people. All right. Now he want all the people tagged, right? But you better believe, us. All right. It says back in the article, it says, those who question whether forces inside the federal government are actually pursuing such power may wish to review recent history about around the Federal Reserve note, the dollar, right? Because the Federal Reserve note, which is the U.S. dollar, I mean, it's not backed by anything. It's not worth anything. That's what they're not telling you. And they know that at some point it's going to crash, which we're near that point of it crashing totally. See? That's why it says that because all you Americans, all right, that think you can solve America's issues and problems via politically. It goes beyond that, man. All right, the Most High ruled in the kingdom of men. He set up whom He will. It's not up to man to determine who rules. It's up to the Most High. Okay, that's where you go wrong at. And it's time for this society, this kingdom to come down. All right. So, just like, we know that so-called America is the Roman system being re-implemented, but fully on a world scale, because in ancient times it was throughout the known world. But this time around, the Edomites coming back into power and re-implementing the new, or not new, but re-implementing the old Roman system, all right, which a part of the Roman system, they had the denaro. And the denaro was a fiat currency. All right, the US dollar and the denaro is the same exact thing. Fiat currency. What happened to the denaro? It crashed. We're watching the US dollar crash before our very eyes. All right, right here in Babylon the Great. All right, also known as the Virgin Daughter of Babylon, also known as Simon Egypt. All right, there are many titles that the scriptures call this place, but nonetheless we see it falling. All right, and the money system is the key thing to a society. You look at the old Roman, collapse, or the collapse of the old Roman Empire, right? The main thing they played with was financial problems. Now you have the different barbarians or Germanic tribes or different tribes that was against the Roman Empire because it was oppressing the people, right? But when you look at those, and there's plenty of documentaries and things about the Roman Empire, the main thing you hear is speak about is the economic collapse. And they will always look to do what? Give an exchange of money to ease war tensions, all right, and ease the decline of the Roman Empire by paying off these different barbarians and different tribes that were coming against the Roman Empire. And when they all ran out, and then they created all these other currencies that they try to implement to stand as the gold and silver standard, when it didn't work. All right, and at times it didn't work because they just wanted war anyway, because they just wanted the Roman Empire to come down because of its murderous ways and how it oppressed the people. All right, that was subject to the Roman Empire. All right, but let me get back into the article because I don't have much time. I'm on break. So it says the effort to control people by targeting their money escalated in 1970 when with the Bank Secretary Act. It targeted cash specifically by requiring banks to report transactions involving more than $10,000. Shortly afterward came the end of sound money. Nixon Slim shut the gold window in 1971, which you can look that up. That's actually true. All right, went off the gold standard and even ended the silver standard as well. All right, because according to the Constitution, gold and silver is the legal tender, right? It says, and that's scripture too. All right, gold and silver has always been money, going way back. All right, to when man was placed upon earth, gold and silver was the main currency, right? And the U.S. used to have gold and silver. All right, but it come a long way from that, all right? And they done away with that, going back to Jekyll Island, all right, where they invented this U.S. dollar. So it says, shortly afterward came the end of sound money. Nixon Slim shut the gold window in 1971, severing the last link between the Federal reserve note, and physical gold. That maneuver launched an era of perpetual government deficits, unlimited borrowing, and interventionist central banking. So what we're watching is a collapse of the money system. When the money system goes, everything else falls with it. All right. Um, Real quick, this is Jeremiah 51. All right. Matter of fact, before I go there, let me go to Habakkuk real quick. Habakkuk 2:5. It says, actually, let me jump down. Habakkuk 2:6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a telling proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long, and to him that laded himself with thick clay, which is Esau. All right, the thick clay represents, the heavy debt. All right, Esau is in grave debt. He can't get out of the debt that he's in, because the elites, all right, of Esau, the Amalekites, those central banking families, those small hats, they won't let them get out, out of that hole. All right, they love money. They love controlling the money. Okay, that's why you see America is on a decline like the way it is. All right, they don't give a shit about America, falling into financial ruins. All right, they don't give a shit about that. They didn't pimped America, the lower level Edomites, to what they want them to do. All right. Jeremiah 51:8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. And the thing is, Babylon cannot be healed. It's in too much debt. All right. Way too much debt. It could never pay off its debt. It says, we will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for a judgment reaching unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. You can't heal Babylon, all right? And they're not going to heal Babylon because you know why? They want to transition Babylon and the rest of the countries on earth, all these different nations, into receiving that electronic tag. And that's where I want to go to Revelation 13, because this is the ultimate goal of the elites, is to have everybody receive the M to the A to the R to the K, the C-HIP, which is right here in Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a M to the A to the R to the K in their right hand or in their foreheads, which is the electronic tag, right? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the M to the A to the R to the K, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, so this is their plan. This is their big push. All right, the central bank and digital currency will be that C-HIP. Okay, the electronic tag. And all you don't believe, so you're gonna watch and see, all right, how much they push for it. All right, because you got guys that don't believe the electronic tag is the M to the A to the R to the K, and they're sadly mistaken, man. And we're gonna see real soon. Okay, the Most High is gonna, first of all, the Most High word will not return to him void, so we're gonna see it come to pass. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until next time, I want to say to you, sincere Akim and you, sincere Akwaf that believe, all right, Shalom.